Cancerians, welcome to Luna Tarot. This is your June 1st to 15th reading, 2025, of course. And yeah, so there are a total of 18 cards and spread into three sections of past, present, and future. And the exact timeline would come to your own mind as per your individual needs. Though it's a collective reading, may or may not resonate with you. Take it however it resonates. Yeah. Okay. So beginning with your recent past, the dominant energy was of Queen of Cups. In your recent past, you were in your element in a way. Cancerians are big time emotional people, though they do not express it, however, because that makes them vulnerable. But a Queen of Cups is someone who is in her element, like she knows how to express her emotions creatively and get things done. In your recent past, you were expressive, you were communicative, you knew how much of your emotions you had to give to whom in what way. Can be good or bad, both kind of emotions, right? But creatively you were expressive, you were able to communicate your feelings effectively, or even inside you were vulnerable to your own self, right? You had the guts to be vulnerable to yourself, at least, if not outside. But a Queen of Cups is anyway, like, she's soft, she is that soft force. For example, this waterfall that that keeps on flowing in its softest of flows, and gradually and eventually makes the harshest surfaces of rocks into soft clean surface, like, and rubs off the most crudest of surfaces into soft, clean, shimmery surfaces, right? So, right, just with your softness, that in your past, the dominant energy was just with your softness, you could tame the world's demons or the connections into how you wanted them, right? And then you had Six of Wands. Either a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, came towards you, supported you, guided you, or collaborated with you, or some kind of opportunity came towards your way. Or you yourself picked up an opportunity out of many things that you wanted to do in your life. You finally picked up one of them, and you decided to, like you even acted upon them. You decided to, okay, this is what I want to do further, and this is what I'll act upon. You picked up one thing and you went a step further in that manifestation, in your choice of thing. Or else, like, any of your passions, any of the things that you really wanted to manifest. Say you wanted to get married, and before that you had not taken any steps, and suddenly you were like, okay, I want to get married, okay, let me just check out the girls. Or else you wanted to open up a startup, and suddenly you were like, okay, out of these 5-6 ideas, this is one idea that I can actually work upon. So one of the manifestations, one of the desires that you really wanted to manifest, you were able to finally pick one up and take it a step ahead. Or else an opportunity came towards you, or else a fire sign was there to help you, support you, guide you, collab with you, right? And right beside is Queen of Swords. So fire and air together is a great combination, because air airs the fire, right? Whenever an idea is lit, air is the next thing that helps it grow. So for example, you picked up this idea, right after that you had even the ability to connect with right kind of resources to take your idea further, manifest that idea, and like take it into one more step. Or else it can also represent Libra energy. An air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius was there in your life. Libra is justice. Queen of Swords is also basically an air sign, right? So communication wise, either a feminine air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, was there in your life to help you come out with this manifestation or help support you. Third interpretation is you were in this communication ability where, like, if somebody had dared to go against you, you were like brutal. What's the word? Ruthless in terms of showing them their true face. Like, you were like ruthless. Your tongue was your blade, right? A Queen of Swords is somebody like nobody can raise their voice upon her. So in your recent past, you had Queen of Cups, you had Queen of Swords, you had Six of Wands, means you are emotionally pretty balanced, you were in your creative energy. Then manifestation wise, you were pretty focused and working upon what you wanted to manifest. You also had communication ability to take that manifestation to the step ahead. Or else a feminine figure, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, was there to guide you, support you to take this manifestation further or communicate your needs effectively. Or thirdly, you were pretty blunt and honest about communicating whatever you had to communicate with others or your own inner thought process, right? However, deep inside, you were a bit anxious of unknown enemies. This lady, she has like two swords, and she's afraid of someone coming over to attack her, but actually there is nobody, but behind her is this turbulent water. It represents her anxious state of mind, her own inner thoughts, over thoughts. And then the moon is in upside down position. If and then But then she is blindfolded. If only she would take out the blindfold, she would realize there are not really any enemies. So in your recent past, you were pretty anxious about somebody coming over to attack you, to harm your resources, your life, or something. At the same time, you were working upon your craft. You were building your empire, you were working upon your craft. You were like, all right, whatever happens, it's all right. Because dominant energy was a Queen of Cups. You were pretty connected to your own inner emotions. You knew you had to work upon this manifestation. You were able to communicate the needs to your own inner self and others effectively. And even if you were a bit scared, yet you went ahead and you were kept on working upon this craft of yours. This work, this manifestation, this job, whatever that craft that you wanted to enhance further. And then Knight of Cups, either somebody offered a cup of emotional support, love, care, like someone called you, a friend came over to meet you, a brother came to support you, or like basically you had care of a loved one alongside, who made some kind of journey, or some kind of journey happened in order for you to have this kind of emotional support, care, that you are taken care of, you are loved, hey, I'm there with you kind of emotion. This was your recent past. In your immediate reality, the dominant energy is of the Empress. The Empress is again a feminine force. You are very much in touch with your creative emotional self, and Empress doesn't really even move a glass. Like she just thinks and things get manifested. She is an empress, right? So you are very much in touch with your divine energy, with your divine feminine energy. Even in your past, you had both the queens. Even in your present, you rather have empress as your dominant energy. The empress is like the queen of queens, right? All elements, like she has all elements in her hand. So right now you are in this kind of manifestation ability, where just with your emotional force, you can manifest anything that you really want to manifest. Then you have Page of Swords, means it's not a king, it's not a like it's like a sepoy of swords. So communication wise, you are not really very fluent or effective communicating with others, but like you are giving a 2-liner answer instead of 20-liner, but that is kind of enough. It's keeping your boat afloat, so you're not speaking much. Page of Cups, however, is in reversal, means somewhere you're not accepting someone's cup, offer of love, offer of friendship, offer of support. People are trying to give you some kind of support, friendship, or connection, but you are rather in an avoidant kind of mode, right? Why? We'll see. An empress has this, like, okay, she won't just go out and like talk to everyone. She's an empress after all, right? She has this, like, okay, this grace, like, she won't just go out and talk to everyone, every second Tom, Dick and Harry. So yeah, you are like pretty choosy about your connections. That's a great thing to have. You're not overly expressing, overly talking your everything about your life. You're just giving the bare minimum. That's all right also. Then in your present reality, you have the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is a person out of 7 manifestations, 7 ideas, opportunities, things that he wants in his life. He's picking up one and he's being very protective and sure about it. So out of multiple options that you have in your present reality, you are finally picking up one thing that you really want to manifest and devote your time, energy, and affection to. Can be a connection, a relationship, a job opportunity, a startup, like any field, whatever that you really wanted to manifest. If in your future you took it a step ahead. In your present, you are further segregating all the unnecessary options you have, and you are just picking up one, like, okay, this is what demands my time, energy, affection, my resources, everything, and I'll just protect it, and I'll give all my 100% energy to this one particular field. Okay. And then you also have Five of Wands, lot of fire energy. Five of Wands is enemies, people, your own inner negative thoughts trying to pull you down. A lot of time, whenever we are evolving, whenever being choosy and specific about evolution, when we are in this abundant energy of an empress, or we are, growing up in life, a lot of people try to pull us down. Not necessarily people, our own inner thoughts. It can be people, it can be your own negative thought processes, or if even if there are enemies, these people do not really want to understand your situation. They do not want to communicate. They're not really your friends. They are just jealous people who want to pull you down. So the best solution to these situations is to not bother about them. Just avoid them altogether. Be silent. Let the people say whatever they want to. You do you. Let whoever says whatever, let them say it. Again, you have a lot of options with Seven of Cups. You have multiple options in your present time. Seven of Cups, the person has money, the riches, a lady, a snake. Like he can see multiple, like, lot of options, multiple roads that he can walk upon. Suddenly life seems full of possibilities, and like he just is not sure what to do. Even if you have been picking up, like with Seven of Wands, you did pick up one field, one manifestation. At the same time, you also have Seven of Cups, means you still have a lot of options. So right now life is pretty filled with choices. But just like you are choosy in terms of connections, still be very choosy, make wiser decisions in your present life. Don't accept every cup. It can also be a snake or a dragon. Yeah, so like, do not accept every cup. Do not drink from every cup that is being offered to you. It can also, because that's how people get poisoned. It's a line I read somewhere, right? So be choosy about the people in your life. Be choosy about the things you are investing your time and energy to. Don't just go just for the heck of it anywhere. Maybe you are vulnerable at some time, but do not give in to those vulnerabilities. Maybe the other people are like seemingly your friends, but not everybody is your friend. Retain this energy of an empress, right? Be the empress of your life, and be fucking choosy about the people you allow in your life right now. Be fucking choosy about the connections, the opportunities, the whatever. Like, be choosy about everything in your life right now. Okay, this is your present, and the reading so far was your past and present. I hope it resonated with you. Only if it did resonate with you, will then listen to the future prediction that is coming up next. Otherwise, you are free to check out your moon and ascendant sign in my other readings, or elsewhere, however you choose. But if the past and present resonated with you, then the future predictions are also applicable, because everything is interconnected. Okay, so in your upcoming future, the dominant energies of the Chariot. In your upcoming future, you are taking up a journey, literal, metaphorical, spiritual, or psychological, where you would be moving from point A to point B. So if it is literal, maybe you are taking a journey and taking a vacation, or moving your entire city altogether, country altogether, for a new job, a new startup or something. Or it can also be mental. You are like letting your old self go and like deciding to be a new person altogether. Spiritual, psychological, some kind of journey that is taking you from point A to point B for better prospects, right? And once you take that journey, in whichever field, you are getting this King of Wands. King of Wands is a person, again, a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, either a fire sign, a father or brother or a friend, or some kind of masculine figure, masculine fire sign is there to support you, help you, guide you, collaborate with you. Or else, if it is your own energy in your future, then you are becoming the king of manifestation. You in your future would be able to manifest the kind of life that you have been long desiring to manifest, right? If in your past you were still taking your tiny manifestations a step ahead, with Wands. In your present with Seven of Wands, you finally decided, okay, this is one thing that I want to pick up. In your future, finally you are becoming the King of Wands. You are finally bringing out this manifestation at a massive level for it to actually turn to reality. And even the divine is helping you alongside, because there is this card of star. The card of star is Aquarius. Either an Aquarius person would be there to help you, support you, guide you, or else if it is your own energy, it can also be divine energy, like star's energy, bringing in that magical element, that cosmic force for you to bring out your manifestation, turn it into reality. Or else if it is your own energy, that means that this is a person, like he has water in both his hands. He's not just watering the earth behind him, but he's also watering the water itself in front of him. So this is a person who is able to nourish not just his own self, but also his surroundings, the people around him. So you would be able to become so abundant in future in whichever field that you're choosing to, that you would not only be self-sufficient, but would also be able to be sufficient for others, like would also be able to take burden of few others, like support others basically around you, right? And someone who nourishes himself and those around him. So very abundant kind of energy. And then you in your future would come to this Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a person who still has not reached 100% of his potential or his desired goal, but whatever that he has built, even if it's just 70%, he's pretty happy with it. He is grateful for that, and he's looking and admiring in whatever that he has built. He's like, oh, like, okay, I have a long way to go still, but fuck, what a journey I had, man. And how I actually did it. I actually built my life to this level. So this seven of Pentacles is a card of gratefulness, is a card of admiring what all that you would have built by then, right? And after appreciating and being grateful for what you would have built by then, you would come into this energy of King of Cups. Again, it's a water energy, it's your own energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian, right? King of Cups is someone who has mastered all his emotions. We began with Queen of Cups in your past, and we are reaching the King of Cups finally. Both the Queen and Cups to be there in your life, again, it's your own energy, it's water energy, emotions. But if in your past self you were more connected to your creative, your feminine energy, in your future you're also connecting logic to it, the practicality to it, like mind and head and heart are both getting synced and balanced in this entire journey, right? And a King of Cups is a person who has mastered all the emotions. He knows which emotion to give in what amount. And unlike Queen, who is still soft, a King is like, he also has that practical aspect to it. He also applies logic to his emotions. So it's a very balanced card to have, right? And then once you become this King of Wands, or a water sign is there in alignment, actually it's your own card, your own energy. You are getting Five of Swords. Five of Swords is someone who, out of 5 enemies, he is able to. Five of Swords is a person, like, out of 5, he's not just able to pluck out like 3 swords, 3 enemies. He knows, okay, these 3 people betrayed me, but even the remaining 2, like, look at their swords, they are fallen down, right? Five of Swords is a winner, is a conqueror in terms of his connections with people, because you would have become a King of Cups. You would know, like, how to eradicate your enemies by then, right? So it's a beautiful reading altogether. It began, if in your past you were still anxious, you were still anxious about enemies, but you were still focused upon your craft. In your present, you are totally in your Empress energy, and even if people are trying to pull you down and you have hell many choices, you are still able to still making choices and picking up one thing that you want to stay committed to, and you are communicating, though not as effectively as past, but still giving the bare minimum to wherever that your voice is required. In your future, only after you would have taken up this massive journey from point A to point B, may it be literal, spiritual, metaphorical, or psychological, that you would be becoming this King of Wands and King of Cups. In your I think in your past you were more in touch with your emotions, with Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, in your future you are more in touch with your masculine side with King of Wands and King of Cups, right? You are more communicating earlier, you're more into your emotions, and by future you are more manifesting more, like taking, strategizing and making things real after undergoing that journey, right? And you are also able to conquer over your enemies, and even the divine is supporting you, and ultimately in your future you are becoming this abundant person, able, capable to support not just your own self but also your loved ones. All right, that's a beautiful, beautiful reading to have. However, bottom of the deck has been this Five of Cups. Five of Cups means you may have a tendency to, in throughout this journey, you may have a tendency to more go towards negative chain of thoughts. You may think about the things or connections or people that you have lost. Please avoid doing that. You have a lot to gain, you have a lot of growth in this entire journey. Don't focus upon the cups you have lost, the connections, relationships, or life that you have lost. Do take this journey and focus upon what all that you have gained, even if it's just 40% of the connections or the resources that you're left with, but they are still enough, they are totally loyal to you, they would retain with you in the longer run, they won't leave you midway, right? So just ensure that your chain of thoughts is positive throughout this journey, otherwise it's all going great, it's going amazingly well. And do not bother about the whatever people are saying what about you. And whenever you will be given a lot of choices, please make wiser decisions. Don't drink from every cup offered to you, right? Make wiser decisions and be very particular and choosy about manifesting what you want in your life. And once you do that, you would be pretty committed to it. Yeah, it's an amazing. You're rather becoming a king of wands, king of manifestation, king of emotions, king of cups. Beautiful reading, beautiful reading. Yeah, all the very best for you. You are coming to your element. You began with your element. You are coming to your element. I've never seen more in elemental reading of any sign. Beautiful reading, you. All the very best. Lots of love for you. Bye bye.